Day 12 of my 40-day fast. And today I've got my lesson, my God stories, and my tip. Now, today is a different kind of day. My lessons and my God stories coincide, and you're going to see how my tip actually coincides with God. Listening to the still small voice from within, that is how I was guided today. I was wholly guided today. And I'm going to share with you the instances in which I was guided. And that's basically going to be my lessons and my God story. They're gonna overlap. My first lesson, and this is something that during my first 40-day fast, I committed. And before that, when I started following God, I feel like my truth started to wax and wane. I was living in a gray area, and that gray area got me lost. And so we're not living in grays anymore. We're living in truth. So my lesson here is, and I was reminded today, and as I'm reading Proverbs, it's like, be a woman of truth. And that is exactly what I want to be. And so know who you are and what you stand for. Remember who you are and what you stand for. Decide who you want to be and be that person. And I want to be a woman of truth. So my lesson is align yourself so closely with truth, like your life depends on it. Like your life depends on it. And it doesn't matter if the detail or the lie is benign. If you are a woman of truth, you are a woman of truth. And so you align yourself with truth. And if you tell a benign lie, that benign lie could lead to other things you don't know. And if you live in that gray area, that's where you're headed. Align yourself with truth and align yourself so closely with truth, like your life depends on it. Because it could take you to the right or to the left, and it could take you years to come back. So that is my lesson here. Now, I'm going to give you the details of that lesson, but that is the lesson, and that is how serious it is. Okay, it is serious business. Truth is a serious business. When you are on your path, when you are upright, when you are an upright person, and you are seeking wisdom, knowledge, experience, and understanding. Like when you are an upright person, you are aligned with truth, and that truth will set you free. That truth is freedom. And that truth, people will know you by that truth. People will know that you are a truthful person, and they will believe you. It will be your rock. It will be your weapon when you're up against something else. It is that important. So I had a friend. He gets up with ease. He has this ease within him that I absolutely love and adore. And he said that he doesn't use an alarm. He uses the Hue lights. I think they're Philips, like Hue lights that connect to your internet, and it's like a sunset. You can set the color or the tone of the room, and then at that time you program it, and it shines, right? And it kind of wakes you up like the sunrise. So in the winter, it was winter, and it was like dark. And it was just really, really difficult for me. I was really struggling with my morning routine, struggling to get up. The point is that I really admired that. And I thought, oh my gosh, will you get me those lights? Like, please, like that could really be helpful. And he did. And then later he asked me in a conversation, he says, do you have a hard time getting up in the morning? Now, my routine has always been to get up early in the morning, but it is difficult for me to get up. My response to him was, no, I just kind of, when I get out of bed and I kind of hug myself and lay there until it feels good to get up, and then I get up. And that was my answer in a nutshell. And while I'm on this fast, it came back to me. And I realized that, no, that was not honest. That was not truthful. course, you do have a hard time getting up. And that was the purpose of you asking for those lights. And you need to tell him. And I've asked for space while I'm fasting. I've asked for space so that I can align with God and make sure that God is front and center in my life. Like, I want no one before God, no one. So we've started we're like not speaking really right now, because I want to be aligned with God, and he has respected me and he's given me space. But today I felt compelled. When I realized it a few days ago, it's come back to me a few times. And it's like, you know what? When that inclination comes to you, when that inkling comes to you, especially when you are aligned with God, you need to follow it. And so I just sent him a text, and I shared with him that, you know, I lied to you. It wasn't like I white lied. It was like I lied to you. When you asked me if I have a hard time getting up, this is what I said. It was not true. His response was, it was benign. That's a benign lie. And he put benign in quotations. And I was really appreciative of the quotations, because yeah, benign is only benign when it's not habitual, but you never know. So my lesson today is from his response. It's like, regardless of whether or not it is benign, align yourself so closely with truth that your life depends on it, because you could turn to the right or to the left very easily. And it's significant. It's who you are. So make sure that you are aligned with your integrity if you want to be a woman of integrity, or an individual, a person of integrity. That's the lesson here. So I'm going to go to the next lesson. And that's to trust your gut and to follow your gut. And like I said, God's been communicating with me. I'm aligned, I'm tapped in. And when these things come to me, I want to receive them. Well, I told you the other day that I thought, oh my God, God story, like I've wanted a vacation and someone invited me to California to bring their mom out there, and yeah, I'm going. And then today there's a sale for tickets and I'm told not to go. I am told not to go. So I am not buying a ticket and I am not going. And I'm not going to question it, because God knows better. And so I'm not going. And that's it. So trust your gut. And there'll be opportunities, but I'm not going to force this. A third lesson. I had moments of worry today. I started finding myself living in the future. I started finding myself living in doubt. And not living in it, but like dwelling in it, doubting myself, doubting my choices. I found myself in that space, but it was really like thinking way far down the road. And this message came to me, and it was like, focus on what is right in front of you. Focus on the small things, like the small tasks that you're being given. And focus small, like on what's right in front of you. And don't get caught up with what's down the road, and don't like what's right in front of you. Okay. So right now, what is right in front of me? Right now, it's my daily posts. Focus on writing them and recording them and posting them. And then it became even further clear to me. It said, learn how to post your own content. So what are the 3 things that God has directed me to do in this time? It is budget, focus, and learn how to post your own content, and portions when I get done fasting. Those are the 3 things. So this came back to, it was like I was living in the future, almost bordering on anxious about, not really. It was like I was worrying about it and what it may become and like all this stuff. And it was like, no, learn how to post your own content. Focus on the small things. And what are the small things? The small things are what he's asked me to do for these 40 days. Learn how to post my own content. So I'm using my fast as content, and I'm going to learn how to post these videos. And by the way, like, I will continue to advance in my skills. So while they may start out boring or they may start out a little less interesting, they're going to get better because I'm going to learn how to do better. I'm going to learn how to do more. But right now, it is what it is. And this is all part of the process. So I am just relax with me and just be okay with whatever this is right now. And it made it all good. It made it all good. And so I'm like, yes, okay, it's all good. All right, now the fourth message that I got today, it was potassium. It kind of came to me and it was like potassium, like you need potassium. And I thought, okay, so potassium is one of our major electrolytes. It's a major electrolyte mineral. It's right up there with like sodium and magnesium. So the message was potassium, and I'm like, okay, potassium. Well, I started looking up different potassium supplements. Okay, and so it carries an electrical charge. It helps your body regulate particular bodily functions like your blood pressure and muscle and nerve function. So potassium, that's an important electrolyte mineral. Okay, so like I'm being told that I need this. So I started looking up supplements for it. And then I kind of pushed it to the side. Now we'll get into our tip, okay? And we'll see this overlap because it's really, really good, okay? So I was freaking freezing today. I could not get warm for the life of me. I wore a scarf. I wore a big fleece all day. I could not get warm. Now, while you're fasting, you may find that you start getting really, really cold. I am getting really, really cold on day 12. Really, really cold. Now, I had this thought, and it was like, iodine, liquid dulse. Liquid dulse quickens the thyroid and speeds the metabolism. It also has other functions like it aids in detoxing and it aids in circulation. And what else does it do? It's like, yeah, that's primarily what it is. It has a lot of functions, but that's some of the things that it does. So God's story, this is how it connects and it lines up. I thought, okay, so I need liquid dulse. And then it came to me, liquid dulse is derived from the source potassium iodide. So it is a supplement that is rich in potassium. So what the message was to me was potassium. And then my body starts like shaking and I'm like, iodine. And oh, by the way, liquid dulse is rich in potassium. So there's an overlap here. So when you are tuned in, like the messages that come to you, they have so much applicability. Do not dismiss even the smallest like inkling. It was like, send that text and set it right. Like you align yourself so closely with truth that your life depends on it. Send that text to him. Set the truth. Tell the truth. You are a woman of truth. And that's it. Like, even if you have to, like, even if it's like awkward, like it pays off. It pays off. I told a white lie about a cookie, like a cookie. I can't remember what it was, but I called the baker and I was like, this is the truth. And I told her the truth. And she was like, you are like, I don't know anyone like you. Like, it was what she said. It was like, I don't know anyone like you that would do that. Thank you. It was unnecessary, but it's basically character. You are a woman or a person of character. Like, choose what character you want to be, right? And that was months ago. So this is like a long time training thing, but like, do not get lost or let those practices slide to the side. Like, I know I kind of got back on that tangent, but it's a very important lesson. Like, don't just let it die down. This is who you are, decide who you are, and be that person. And that's it. Let people honor and respect you. Be a woman of honor, a woman or a man of truth. Be trustworthy. Okay, so back to iodine. On my first 40-day fast, I had blood work done, and my blood work showed that I was iodine deficient. And before I had even gotten the results back, I realized that I was iodine deficient because I was so cold. So I had already started supplementing with liquid dulse, and I was warmer. And problem solved, right? Problem solved. I use Bernard Jensen's liquid iodine or liquid dulse. I will tag it in the description below. But Bernard Jensen's Liquid Dulse is from potassium iodide, and it is an incredible product. I have used it through so many of my cleanses and my flushes. It's really good for detox, really good for detoxing, and really good for digestion and aids in gut health. So I strongly recommend this product, and I'm gonna link it to the description below so that you can get it. Dulse flakes are also really a good supplement, like a salt replacement. It's kind of like nutritional yeast in a way. It's full of really good stuff. It's red seaweed. It's really rich in iodine, and it's also rich in like your electrolyte minerals, like your sodium and your potassium and your magnesium. It also has iron. While you're fasting, that's not going to be appropriate, but it is also a really good supplement. So I will also put a link in the description below to Dulse flakes. So my tip is to supplement with liquid Dulse while fasting. If you start to feel really cold and you can't seem to warm up, liquid Dulse will be a lifesaver for you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.